Did you know Florida isn't just theme parks, retirees in pastel polo shirts, and alligators who look like they're plotting against you? Shocking, I know. Beyond the crowds at Disney and the spring breakers fighting over cooler space, Florida hides some of the most jaw-dropping, weird, and wildly underrated spots in the country. So today, we're skipping the tourist traps and diving into 10 best places in Florida that tourists always miss, but should absolutely see. And trust me, number 10 will have you double checking you didn't just wander into Alice in Wonderland. 1. Apopka Wildlife Drive. Okay, let's start with something that sounds like a Disney safari ride, but is way more real. Apopka Wildlife Drive. This 11-mile, one-way trail lets you roll through wetlands, lakes, and marshes without leaving your car. It's like Uber Eats for nature. You stay in your AC, and the wildlife comes right up to your window. And when I say wildlife, I mean it. Hundreds of birds, turtles, otters, and more alligators than you've ever seen in your life. I'm not talking one or two lurking in the water. I'm talking dozens. Some just float nearby. Others sunbathe 3 feet from your tire, looking at you like, nice Corolla, pal. This place is a birdwatcher's dream too. Over 350 species call Apopka home. It's like flipping through a birdwatching guidebook in real life. Here's the kicker. It's free. No tickets, no lines, no gift shop exit strategy. Just pull up, roll down your window, and start your Florida safari. The drive is open Friday through Sunday, and you'll want to budget at least 2 hours. Longer if you stop every 5 minutes yelling, wait, that gator's bigger than the last one. And if cruising past gators doesn't scratch your adventure itch, let's turn things up. A remote national park so epic you can only reach it by boat or seaplane. Too Dry Tortugas National Park. 70 miles off Key West sits Dry Tortugas National Park, one of the most remote, most stunning, and least visited parks in America. And no, you can't just drive there. Your options are ferry, seaplane, or convincing a rich uncle with a yacht. At its heart is Fort Jefferson, a 19th century fortress built with a mind-blowing 16 million bricks. Fun fact, that makes it the largest brick structure in the entire Western Hemisphere. Here's the plot twist. The fort never fired a single battle shot. Instead, it was used as a prison during the Civil War. But history's only half the draw. The water here is the kind of turquoise that makes Caribbean resorts jealous. Snorkeling feels like swimming in a live aquarium. Coral reefs, tropical fish, sea turtles casually gliding past like VIPs. And if you really want to brag, you can camp overnight. Imagine falling asleep under 1 billion stars with zero light pollution, waves crashing in the background, and that weird thrill of realizing you're on an island fortress in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico. From isolated fortresses to eerie beaches that look like Mother Nature built her own haunted art gallery. 3 Boneyard Beach, just outside Jacksonville, hidden in Big Talbot Island State Park, lies Boneyard Beach, a shoreline littered with massive driftwood trees bleached white by the sun. It's not spooky, it's gorgeous. Think post-apocalyptic music video set, but with better sea breezes. This mile-long beach feels unlike anything else in Florida. Giant skeletal tree trunks are scattered across the sand like natural sculptures, perfect for photos or just wandering in awe. Walk the short forest trail out here, and suddenly the canopy opens up to reveal this otherworldly scene. If you're sick of cookie-cutter beaches packed with neon umbrellas, Boneyard is the antidote. It's quiet, surreal, and totally unforgettable. But if eerie driftwood isn't your thing, let's bring it back to history, with a fort where you can actually snorkel around sunken ruins. 4. Fort Soto Park. Located at the mouth of Tampa Bay, Fort Soto Park is 7 miles of sugar white beaches with a twist. You can actually snorkel around a sunken fort. Yeah, Battery Bigelow sits submerged just offshore, turning snorkeling into an adventure straight out of an action movie. On land, the old fort still stands and you can climb to the top for sweeping views or explore its history up close. Combine that with fishing piers, bike trails, and prime shelling spots, and you've got one of the best day trips near St. Pete. And unlike Clearwater or St. Pete Beach, Fort DeSoto actually gives you space. It's local loved, crowd light, and history packed. But maybe forts aren't your style. Maybe you want Caribbean vibes without actually leaving Florida. Good news, we've got that too. 5. Anna Maria Island, near Sarasota. Anna Maria Island feels like Florida's best kept beach town secret. Instead of high rises and tourist traps, it's got a charming, laid-back vibe that feels like a time capsule to old Florida. The beaches? Miles of soft white sand and that sparkling turquoise water you thought only existed in travel ads. It's also prime shelling territory. Hunt long enough and you might even score shark teeth. The whole island oozes small town charm. Pastel cottages, beach cafes, mom and pop shops. It's the perfect place to slow down, sip something cold, and remind yourself why you came to Florida in the first place. But if you thought beaches were all the same, let me blow your mind. Literally, 6 Blowing Rocks Preserve. Yes, Florida has cliffs, actual cliffs, and at Blowing Rocks Preserve in Hobe Sound, waves crash against ancient limestone formations and shoot water 20 feet in the air. It's like Florida's trying to cosplay as Hawaii. At high tide, it's dramatic and wild. At low tide, you can wander beneath the rock formations, explore tidal pools, or snorkel in the shallows. The walkout takes you through whimsical hobbit tunnels of sea grapes, making it feel like you're sneaking into a secret beach. It's free, it's rarely crowded, and it's completely unlike the stereotypical flat Florida beach. But if drama's not your thing, let's calm it down with a stretch of sand so pristine, it feels like a private Caribbean island. 7 Opal Beach. Hidden in the Gulf Islands, National Seashore, Opal Beach in the Panhandle is straight up paradise. Powdery white sand, emerald green water, and get this, absolutely no hotels or condos looming behind you. Just pure, untouched shoreline. It's part of a protected national seashore, which means zero commercial clutter. Just you, your beach towel, and maybe a few locals who know the secret. For wildlife lovers, the area is also a hotspot for dolphins, nesting turtles, and shorebirds. In short, it's Florida at its most natural and one of the most underrated beaches in the entire US. From natural perfection to an island shaped like a peanut. Yep, Florida's got one of those too. 8 Peanut Island. Right off the coast near Palm Beach, Peanut Island is a tiny slice of paradise. You can ferry over, paddleboard, kayak. It doesn't matter how you get there. Once you arrive, it feels like you're in the Bahamas. The snorkeling here is incredible. Crystal clear water, vibrant fish darting around. You'll forget you're basically across the street from mansions and golf clubs. Go at high tide for that electric blue glow in the water. Bonus, you can even camp overnight, turning this little peanut-shaped island into your private tropical getaway. But maybe you want the same blue water without the people. Well, here's your answer. 9. Juno Beach. South Florida is packed with beaches, but Juno Beach somehow stays blissfully under the radar. The sand is soft, the water is ridiculously blue, and the crowds are minimal. The Juno Beach Pier is perfect for fishing, strolling, or just soaking in views of water so clear it looks photoshopped. Free parking and multiple entrances make it super accessible, which begs the question, why isn't this place packed? Honestly, I'm glad it's not. If you want a low-key, tropical vibe without spring break chaos, Juno is your spot. And now, for the grand finale, a place where Florida drops the beaches and goes full-on fantasyland. 10 McKee Botanical Gardens. Located in Vero Beach, McKee Botanical Gardens is a subtropical wonderland that feels like stepping into another world. Palms tower overhead, bamboo whispers in the breeze, and lily ponds shimmer with turtles and koi. Scattered throughout the gardens are glass sculptures, fountains, and artistic surprises that blend seamlessly with nature. It's like if Mother Nature hired an interior designer. And then there's the giant mushroom sculpture. It's whimsical, weird, and makes you feel like you've joined Alice in Wonderland for tea. Even during high season, McKee stays peaceful. Wander long enough, and you'll find quiet corners where it's just you, the greenery, and maybe a heron giving you side-eye. Families love the kids' garden too, complete with splash pads and climbing areas, while history buffs will appreciate that this 1930s era gem was saved from being bulldozed by locals who refused to let it disappear. McKee isn't flashy. It's serene, otherworldly, and absolutely unforgettable. The perfect finale to prove Florida's best wonders aren't always beaches. They're hidden pockets of magic waiting to be found. And there you have it. 10 best places in Florida that tourists always miss. If this video made you laugh, dream, or scream road trip, you will love the next video. Click here. The next wonder, it's one click away.